Welcome back to the Broke Boys podcast, future number one podcast in the world and in this universe. I'm Frankie, and this is
Colin. Was it too low?
No. It's. I think we're good.
All right.
Guys, welcome back to season 2, episode 2. Hashtag forget season 1. Guys, last episode we trauma dumped. Today we're gonna trauma dump some more. But just we just want to be relatable to you guys. I feel like we really like what we bring to the table is some sort of relatability. Is that even a word?
Yeah.
Relatability. Towards you guys. Everyone struggles with their mental health and stuff like that, and we struggle with a little something called self-love. Self-love. You don't love them, so trying to love me. Okay. Anyways, so yeah, like today I was just like, why not talk about that? Let's dive deep into it. I'm not gonna lie, guys. Lately, I've been struggling with a little self-love myself.
It's all right, bro.
Thanks, dude.
Yeah, everyone goes through something, bro.
I appreciate that, bro. I appreciate that. And maybe like I just wanted to bring some what's the word? Not like bring some light to it.
Yeah.
I don't want to bring light into my own situation. I want to bring light on the subject of self-love, because who knows, maybe a viewer or a listener currently doesn't love the version of themselves right now.
Yep.
And hopefully today we could change that. And if it doesn't change that, well, I don't know. Everyone has their own path. Everyone has their own pace and stuff like that. So, Colin, I mean, like, dude, what's your outlook on self-love, and like what are your thoughts on it, dude? Like, you have a journey with it, or?
Yeah, I'll start with my input on it first. I think self-love is a key to happiness and success in your life. I think without knowing who you are as a person and truly accepting yourself in this world, you'll struggle. And I know there's so many people in this world who definitely face that or deal with that. So hopefully this episode can bring you some clearance and guidance on it from like our perspective. And like you can watch this episode. We might make jokes. We might mess around. That can entertain you guys and make you truly feel like you love yourself, and like you're not looking at the correct things. But that's just my input. It's important to life. It's important to yourself to be kind to yourself. Not change for other people. It's pretty important too, because without self-love and the image of other people, like you're going to be a whole different person, and a lot of bad comes from that instead of good. So yeah, and my journey with self-love has been on the increase for sure. Like there's still moments I find myself like lacking like motivation to like be who I truly feel like I can be, you know what I mean? And I think that has to do with self-love also. Like motivation is a big part in loving yourself, and like getting up in the morning and looking in the mirror and being like, I'm an awesome fucking person. Like I'm pretty sick, and anyone in my life like is kind of like arrogant, but like should be lucky to have me in their lives, you know what I mean?
No, yeah, no,
because
I mean, that's
every
true,
person is like special in their own way, And if you just feel that inside of you, you can succeed and do great things. But yeah, my journey has been going great. I have good people in my life who accept me for who I am. And I appreciate everybody in my life, this guy. And I know I appreciate you for even mentioning that it's been a struggle for you. Because it's hard for people to like talk about it, It's like their own personal thing in their heart that they're like, shit, I don't feel like I'm enough, or I don't feel like I'm good enough to hang out with these people, or these people don't think I'm cool and I suck, or whatever the case may be,
Or maybe you're constantly thinking like, damn, I'm a fuck up, or I can't do anything right, like it's not the case, like everyone's gonna make mistakes and stuff like that. You're gonna have your own trials and tribulations that you're gonna have to face, and it's just a part of life, It's everyone's got their own path, everyone's got their own journey, and I feel like sometimes we just trash on ourselves a little too much, which is the unfortunate thing, because life really is beautiful. Sometimes I stop and I like look around me and I'm just like, damn, like this is amazing, like life truly is a gift. And for the longest time, I didn't see it that way because I was struggling with how I viewed myself. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Sometimes I still struggle to view myself as a positive image, and it's kind of hard because you wanna keep an image of like, oh, this guy's always happy, this guy's always chill. He wants to make other people happy. Like he always has a smile on his face. And yeah, it's true. I do like to smile, and I do always have a smile on my face. I like to laugh. Colin knows.
Yeah.
I'm a jokester. But like deep down, like there's been times where I've hurt, and that shit sucks. Like
Yeah.
it really sucks. Um, there's been times where like, I felt like I can't really reach out to anyone, and then I really think to myself, do you need to really reach out to anyone? Yes, there's certain things you do need to reach out to people. So
Yeah.
don't think that you don't need to reach out, by the way.
People are
please
helpful.
reach out.
That's why I
People,
mention having
please.
good people in your life, you know,
Yeah.
because if you have great people in your life, you'll never feel like that. You'll never feel scared to like hit someone up and be like, hey man, or like if you have like a friend or like, hey girl, like I'm feeling like crap, you know what I mean? Like you want to hang out, like can we talk? Whatever the case may be. That's why it's so important to like have great people in your life. And this is why I'm happy we're talking about self-love. I'm sorry to kind of like cut you off.
No,
real
you're
quick,
good.
but
You're
like
good.
having self-love and just making yourself look like the best version of yourself will bring so many great people into your life. And I know a lot of like people on the internet say this, but it's like true, you know what I mean? If you hold yourself to a higher standard people will come into your life. People with goals, people with ambition, people who care to hang out with you, people who actually like give a shit to hear what you have to say will come from just like self-positivity, you know what I mean? And it's very tough to battle. It's a very tough battle with self-love and like self-motivation. I struggle with it. But there's a cycle to it, you know what I mean? And it ends somewhere, you know?
Yeah, and it really, like, you really do have to push yourself out of it, which kind of, it's tough, guys. It's tough. It's a long battle, but I feel like it's one that everyone needs to face.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, I don't mean to jump into it right away with, like, personal experiences, but as you guys see, mustache is gone. So, as I mentioned in the last episode, I grew that mustache because a lot had happened in my life at that time. And when I looked in the mirror, I did not like the kid that I saw.
Yeah.
And I was like, I need to change this kid as much as possible. And again, like I said in the first episode, I look different compared to season 1. Hashtag ignore season 1. And the aspect of I have new glasses. I had the new mustache. I started dressing differently. I have a new haircut too, but like I'm wearing a hat right now, so y'all can't see that. And it was just shit like that where it was just like, damn, like I really need to change this kid. Like this kid sucks ass. Like fuck this kid. I'm gonna do anything in my power to destroy him and never see him again. When in reality, and I told Colin this, I needed to be there for that kid, and I wasn't. Yeah. And it wasn't until recently when I went through a few things that I was like, I gotta fix myself before I try to continue on with other things in life, because if I just choose to ignore it, that kid's just gonna remain there on the side. And
yeah.
Sorry, I lost my train of thought right now. But
can I like carry on with like some of the stuff you're saying though?
Yeah. Sorry.
I think that's good though. Like the glasses, the mustache, the changing of like how your style is. You know what I mean? Like in your mind, it might be like you were trying to forget the kid.
That no, I was for sure. I was.
But it's also good. Like that can also help you with like self-improvement. You know what I mean? Like.
No, but Colin, you and I know that I was a fuck up throughout that time.
Yeah, unfortunately, but like things like that can like help you, changing how you dress, like your features, you know what I mean? Like make yourself, like I said, make yourself to the higher standard,
Yeah.
Like
but the thing is, at the time I thought that was my higher standard.
Who you were?
Yeah, like the mustache, the new look, everything. I thought that was like, this is gonna be like me, you know.
I mean,
like,
I mean, you were trying it out, bro. There's nothing wrong with that, you know. Like,
yeah, no, I know, nothing is wrong with that. But I'm saying, like, in the moment, I thought this is the me, you know, like.
For the rest of life, that was just how you're gonna be.
Yeah, no, yeah, with the whole mustache look, you know, like the way I dressed, like it was me through and through. Yeah. And there was nothing, in my mind that was gonna probably reverse that. Like I said, up until recent moments where I was like, who the fuck have I created? Like, this kid, this I don't even know if I can call him a man, but this person I see in the mirror, who I thought was gonna be a man, is just nothing but a insecure little crybaby. And it sucks that I'm saying this about myself. I know we're talking about self-love, but you also do have to come to the realization that, like, hey, like, your idea of yourself, of what you may think is good, may not be the greatest because you skipped a step and you chose to forget your past self. Yeah. Which is the reason why you have that new self. You can't skip a step with these things. Like, you really have to, like, take
time. You just gotta look in the mirror and figure out what you would like to improve, what you feel like's not enough to yourself. One thing I want to mention is, if someone's like talking shit on who you are, don't fucking listen to them. Don't listen to what they have to say, because you know who you are as a person. You know your qualities. You know what you're good at. You know what you're bad at. You know who you aren't, and you know who you are. Don't listen to a single piece of shit that anyone wants to talk to you. You know
and I'm gonna like shed some light on something my uncle told me. He said, okay, well, I told him a certain thing was said, right? And it really fucked with me in my head. It made me feel like I wasn't enough. It made me feel like I wasn't good enough. That's the same shit, but like different wording, I know. But he said, "Are you stupid?" And I go, "No." And he was like, "Well, there you go. So, like, why would you listen?" But he continued on by saying, "Stupid people listen to stupid people." Damn. So, I know, I was like, damn, that sounds simple, but like that low-key kind of blew my mind. Yeah. Because I was like, dude, you're low-key kind of right, dude. Like, I let a few words from a horrible person, or I wouldn't say horrible, a bad person, affect my day and affect the time I was having, you know, in my life. Like, it sucked. And if I can go back in time to, like, that specific moment, I would probably just be like, hey, you gotta breathe, bro. You gotta breathe. Yeah. But life happens, and you just gotta bounce back from it. Mm-hmm. Like I said, after that, I wasn't okay. And, you know, you get some sense of panic. Yeah. You're like, 100%. Fuck, why is everything happening? Why am I this way? I'm never like this, so why is it happening now? Mm-hmm. And honestly, at that point, you just gotta be like, hey, I'm the problem. I'm the problem. I am the real fucking problem, and it's only because I'm listening to other people's thoughts about me. Yep. And I'm changing because I'm scared of the person that I once was that I'm trying to run from. Yeah. Which is, again, why I shaved the mustache. Because I'm like, you know what? I need to go back to that kid, and I need to pick him up, and I need to give him a big old hug and apologize for even fucking abandoning him throughout one of the worst moments of my life. Yep. One that led me to, you know, excessive, and it sucks that I have to say this on a podcast, but like it led me to excessive drinking for like a good amount of time. Yeah. I don't do that. I was never addicted, by the way. I don't want y'all to think I'm addicted to alcohol. I'm not addicted to alcohol.
I would kick his ass if he was addicted to alcohol.
I'm not an alcoholic, but I would drink so I could like kind of just numb myself. And that's not even the dumbest thing I've ever done, by the way. But that's for another trauma dump session that I'm probably never going to explain on here. But, you know, I just had to apologize to that kid. I had to be like, I'm sorry. And you know what? We're going to start over together. And I'm going to grow the mustache and the beard out again. So stay tuned for the transformation. But I wanted to fully shave it and be like, we're going to go through this chapter of our lives together.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna love you, you're gonna love me, we're gonna love each other, we're gonna love ourselves, and we're gonna become better for the people in our lives.
Yep.
And we're gonna be done pushing people away. We're gonna be done thinking we're not enough for people. We're gonna be better. And there's people in my life that make me want to be better. You know, my good friend right here included.
Thank you, sir.
My brother.
Thank you.
You know, he's one of the dudes I like. You know, when I want to be better, I'm like, dude, I want to be better for my boy Colin, for my boy Joseph, for my boy Nathan, for just my brothers in general. For my sister, for my adoptive little sister Tanya. You know, I just want to be better for all these people. Again, there's multiple people in my life right now, that I want to be better for, and that is my goal for right now. And you know, it's just kind of crazy though, because it's like you know, it's I don't know. I'm not gonna get emotional on here, but I did get emotional the other day because I did think about that. And I was like, damn, these people make me want to be better. Like, I want to be better for them. And yeah. I hope you guys have that someone too, or those people too. And you want to be better, not just for yourself, but for them. And just continue to grow. Because, I mean, if I can do it, you can do it.
Yeah.
Let's be real. I've gone through a lot. And I know you can pick yourself up too. And it all starts with looking at yourself in the mirror and loving yourself.
Yep. I mean, who you were in the past is the same person you're gonna be in the present and the future. You know what I mean?
Like you can't run from it. Nope. It's who you are.
Yep.
But you can't let that define
choices,
you either.
You know, like you've made those choices. It's how you take your life after those choices. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, no, Frankie's making good points. Like you gotta be better for yourself to be better for other people. You know, like that's the main point of this episode. I feel like, you know, like to have success and greatness in your life starts with yourself first. You know what I mean? Don't be like, oh, I need to have like these people in my life to do this, to do that. Like greatness comes from within. You know what I mean? So many people who have become so successful in this world have started with nothing, just themselves in a garage, in a fucking broke down house, whatever the case may be. You know what I mean?
In a random room making a podcast.
Yeah, wherever you are in the world, you can turn anything into greatness. And that starts with yourself. You can get up in the morning. Waking up early is a start. You know what I mean? Like, you might be like, what do I have to wake up for? Life. Yourself, you know? Like, there's no point to sleep until like 3 p.m., excuse me, just to like, stay up, go eat food, and then go back to bed. Like, you know, you can do that earlier, and you can be healthier. You can work on yourself. Health and self-love like are the same exact thing. You know what I mean? If you keep yourself healthy and like mentally checked into who you are, you have so much success in your life. You'll bring great people into your life that you can like actually be yourself and feel proud being around them. You know what I mean? Like, I'm happy and glad to always be around Frankie, my brother, like Joseph, Nathan, everybody, Tanya. Like it's because I have self-love for myself that I can be around good people and be happy. You know what I mean? Like,
you can be yourself.
Yeah, you can be yourself. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, social battery's a bitch, but like that doesn't have anything
that's true though. That is true.
Social battery is a bitch because like you get in moments where you're like, fuck, like I'm just like tired of like being out and doing this, you know. Like I feel like I'm not myself. There's been moments where I've had that, you know, like I'm out in public, hanging out with you guys or just anyone, and I'm like, my social battery's gone, and I'm like, what the fuck am I doing? Like, I'm acting like an idiot because like I just don't want to be here anymore type shit. You know, so that's just my points on it. I think it's a tough battle, you know, but you can lock in and just look at yourself in the mirror. Like I said, every morning you wake up and tell yourself you're great, because you don't need no one else telling you that. That's not where self-love comes from. That's not how you feel good about yourself. If you feel that in your own heart, that you wake up in the morning and you're like, dude, I feel great. Like, I feel like a great person. You know what I mean? And like, you'll attract other people and you'll attract greatness. And yeah, that's just my stick.
I mean,
to
you think you've come pretty far from your...
Yeah, I do. I do think I do. Today, like, I took care of myself. I'll give you guys a little day in my life. I mean, like, I was productive today, you know, like, I've done a lot of stuff in one day that I haven't done in the last, like, month or two, you know? And I want to keep it going. I want to keep it going because everything I did today for myself made me happy, you know? I went, bought clothes, I hit the gym, like, I made food for myself, do things like that. Like, if you have a job and you get a paycheck, go buy things for yourself, you know what I mean? Like, go get something that will make you happy and, like, will encourage you to, like, do better. I bought a self-help book today, actually. I was going to show it on the pod, but I haven't read it yet, so, I just bought it. So
you're like, I didn't want to just pretend like I knew. I told him to just look at the bullet points on the back and just read them, bro.
Pull a little LeBron James moment. You know that
picture of him.
That picture of him holding the book and
on page 1.
The reporter's asking him, so what's the book about? He's like, well, you see, he turns the book around. He just starts reading the bullet points, bro. He's like, yeah, so I read like 10 pages of this thing already. It's pretty good. Like, nah, I was just not trying to do that. But, yeah, go buy things for yourself. Go out into the world and explore and see things that will make you happy. You know what I mean? Like,
now, we're not saying excessively spend, by the way. I mean, there's a reason why we're called the Broke Boys Podcast. Yeah, because we're a little stupid sometimes. But, don't just be careful. You know, just treat yourself every now and then.
Yeah, it's important to do those things for yourself. You know, like
you only live once, guys. Like, sure. You might not make the payment on time, but fuck it. You'll be happy for 10 minutes.
This too, if you don't got friends, you know, like you don't need to go have friends to go to a restaurant. Like, I don't know, a little joke, but he's actually we've never met him, but I like his TikToks. Mr. Solo POV. Like, bro goes to the restaurant. Huh?
I don't think that's
it. It is his name.
Oh, it is his name?
Yeah, I know it sounds weird, but no, it is his name. Wait, let me check that. So,
but yeah, no, Colin has a point though. Like, you really don't need.
You don't need people in your life to be great for yourself.
And that's another part of like self-love. Like, if you love yourself to treat yourself, then you're already winning at life. Because sometimes.
Okay. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is.
It is.
Yeah.
It's my solo POV. Okay. Well. Okay.
Yo, I'm a little dyslexic. Sorry. Like actually, yeah.
But no, yeah. But like, if you love yourself enough to take yourself out, you're winning at life. There's been times where like, I've gone out of work like pretty early or earlier than expected, and you know I see there's an Angels game or a Ducks game, and I'm like, you know what? I think I'm gonna take myself to this tonight by myself because I need to learn to just experience things on my own. Did I do them? Fuck no. No, I did not.
You know what? Even if
I want to one day. I want to.
You can meet great people too. Like when you're caught with yourself alone, sometimes like there's so many like good people that are around you. I mean, like you've been to Disneyland before.
Yeah, I was about to say that. I've been to Disneyland by myself. I started live streaming there sometimes. I don't just live stream that. I live stream at home. I do other live streams too. But you know, I've gone by myself, and I was kind of scared to do it at first, but I've come to actually really enjoy it because it actually is kind of dope. Like, you know, you get to do your own thing, and you don't have to, like, you know, deal with other people, which is nice too, guys. This is nice. I love going with Colin, and I love going with a group of people, but, like, sometimes it's nice to just be laid back, you know, you pull up, listening to your music, you walk in quietly, just alone with your thoughts. In a healthy way.
I mean,
and you do what you want, and then you just leave quietly with your thoughts again in a healthy way.
Yeah.
But I've gotten to meet some cool people because of the streaming thing. There's this one TikToker. Her name's Soulful Serotonin. She streams Disney, makes Disney content, and honestly, it was really random how it happened because again, I think that day I didn't even want to go by myself, but I did. And I didn't want to stream there because I get scared. I'm like, this is a little weird, you know, like having the phone up, talking to the phone, having it pointed at people. I didn't want to do it. I saw this person streaming as I was entering Pirates of the Caribbean, and I asked the 2 or 3 people in my chat, I said, hey, should I go up to that person and ask for advice? Because this person looks professional. They have the whole tripod, a light, stuff, everything. They had everything. And I wasn't going to do it. But then she happened to get on the boat behind me, which is weird because she was in front of me, but she happened to get on the boat behind me, so I got off at the same time she did, but we both exited at the same time, and I was just like, should I do it? Should I not do it? And I was like, you know what? Fuck it. You only live once, and these are experiences that you need to accomplish. You know, on your solo missions. Just talk to random people, get to know people, get to know the world. So I did, and she was actually one of the nicest, sweetest people I've ever met. And because of her, she helped me grow a little bit more on TikTok, and I will forever be grateful. She put me on to her viewers. Her viewers came to my stream. They followed me. I think I went from like 1,100 to like 2,200 in like a week because of her. You know, so it's like that wouldn't have never happened had I not given myself the courage to get up and go by myself and do this and talk to this person. Like life, like I said earlier, life is beautiful, and you can meet some crazy, amazing people if you just give it a try, and if you love yourself enough to be like, hey, you know what? You see people make friends all the time. Why can't, like, you can too. Yeah. You can too. I know you can. You got to tell yourself. It's a
great thing to say.
Like, you're an amazing person, and I know you can make friends. Go do it. Like, I believe in you. You got to tell yourself that. And honestly, that helped me because I get shy sometimes, guys. I love, you know, meeting people, but I do get shy sometimes. And, you know, that night just really showed that, like, when you really step out of your comfort zone, you're really grown as a person.
Yeah.
Because you from 3 months ago might have never done that, but now that you're doing it now, it's like, that's amazing. You know, like, keep growing, keep loving yourself more enough to have that confidence and build from there. I'm sorry, I cut you off earlier, but
no, you're good. I mean, I'm glad you said all that, because like one thing I just realized is like you find the most success in the most uncomfortable situations. Like almost every person that's influential, every book, everything like that's important to prosperity in life, or people who are important to like, or like successful, have all said the same thing. Like, I've found the most success in the most uncomfortable positions I've ever been in. Like I said earlier, people who were in like desperate situations like found success out of that. So yeah, just I know it's difficult to do that, and I find myself having trouble with that sometimes, because when I get uncomfortable I kind of just shut down, but like that's normal too, by the way. But yeah, no, when you're just in an uncomfortable situation and you just kind of step out of your comfort zone for a little bit, like so much greatness could come from it. I mean, like I remember that day you went to Disney by yourself, dude, and I was like proud of you. I was like, you know what, like, because he's making his goals come true, you know what I mean? Like, you're like, you know what, fuck this, I'm myself, nothing's gonna stop me, I'm gonna go in here, test the waters, like, you know. So stepping out of your comfort zone and putting yourself in uncomfortable ass situations can bring the greatest outcomes, to give you success, self-love, happiness, and all things above, you know. So yeah, that's just what I wanted to say prior to.
No, yeah, my bad. I feel bad for cutting you off.
That's really why we need 2 mics. That's why we need 2 mics.
Nah, for real. So we can just like. So, anyways.
Next paycheck, I'm buying a mic. Next paycheck, I'm buying a mic.
You know, I was looking into that. I was looking into mics right now, or earlier today. So, guys, hopefully we keep upgrading and we keep building this podcast, because we truly do want to make it amazing for you guys.
Yeah.
And I did tell Colin, you know, if we invest, bro, like we actually kind of have to like work our asses off.
I mean,
wait 1 sec. Oh man.
Beep boop bop. Let us know in the comments if you want us to get a sign. We'll get a sign in the.
Oh yeah, we will. Oh, that's another thing too. I thought about getting a new banner. We changed our logo, by the way, guys. Yeah. Hashtag rebranding. Hashtag forget season 1.
I don't know. You guys like it. I mean, I think it's great. I
liked episode 1. You know, I was telling Colin, and I feel like this is another form of self growth and self love. Is that I was able to watch an episode 3 times. How many did you watch it more than once, or?
Yeah, no. From me personally, I've only watched it once, but like being around other people who have watched it, I've technically watched it more than once.
Yeah.
Like I've been on your live when you've watched it. I've been with my family when they've watched it, you know?
Yeah.
So.
And, you know, old us probably wouldn't have done that because I don't know about you, but I hated myself at that period of my life.
I completely forgot season 1, bro. Like, I was on YouTube, I was on YouTube the other day, and I went on to, like, Broke Boys just to, like, watch the episode with, like, my siblings. And, like, I don't know if you know this, but on YouTube, you can kind of, like, put your cursor over, like, a video, and it'll kind of show you a little snippet of, like, how the video looks. And, dude, I was just looking at us in the video. I was like, bro, we look fucking crazy. Like, we look different, bro.
No, we do.
Like...
We do. Like in episode 1, we said we look like we went through war and back. Or, you know, like just...
Like, we definitely changed, and we hope to bring, like I said in episode 1, like, amazing episodes. I know this was kind of a more heavier episode, but I think it's good that we're kind of getting this out the way now. But we'll still have episodes and conversations like this, because it's obviously important to us, and we think everybody should hear it because it's important information. But, like...
I know
I'm glad with, like, how we've done so far, and episode 1 was really good, and I hope you guys liked it and thought it was great, and continue to support us and watch the rest of these episodes, and
please,
we definitely have more in store, you know what I mean? This is just the second episode, and I'm not gonna say I hope we be consistent, because I know we're gonna be consistent. Like, we're in different places now, you know, like, we're not fucking starting off in college, going through so much shit that we're, like, stressing out.
Yeah, we were really in the middle of
that. Sitting down and crashing out on the podcast. I told Frankie before this, like, fuck it, one day we're just gonna flip this. But that's just not who we are. Maybe last season we would have just flipped our mic stand and just said fuck it. But no, we've definitely grown. We've definitely gathered some self-love.
And, like, I feel like back then we would try, like I said in episode 1, I know we've referenced it a lot, but we would talk about stuff we didn't really care about, and we felt like we just wanted to cater to other people, like specific people in our lives, and, you know, the timing of when we would record would also be catered to the people who were then in our lives.
Yeah.
And it kind of sucked because it wasn't who we were, and we weren't able to be our genuine selves. And I know throughout that time, I was going through it. Colin maybe was fighting his battles. I don't know.
I was going through it too.
Like, we were both lacking a lot of support for ourselves, and we really weren't putting ourselves first at that time.
No.
Which...
At a time we should have been, you know what I mean?
I mean, it's going to happen, guys. We were our early 20s. We had just entered our 20s, actually. We're still in our early 20s, but we had just entered our 20s. We were maybe, like, 19.
19.
Like, we freshly turned 19, going into 20, and... you know, you're gonna fuck up. You really are gonna fuck up. Yep. And there's people that I used to know who are no longer in my life. Where I'm like, you know what? Hey, they gotta fuck up too. Yep. I can't really be mad at them, and that's also a part of growth. Is that you can't be mad at everyone because of how they treated you, or whether it may have been a friendship, relationship. Just anything. Like, you can't be mad at that person because they're living their life first too. They're going to make their fuck ups. Yeah, they might have screwed you over bad, but hey, it's about how you respond and how you react to that. Not every person's going to be the same. And again, that's why I had to take a step back, because I had to be like, hey, not every person's the same way. Yeah. You don't got to react that same way with other people, because you don't even react like that, period. And the fact that you're even reacting like that is like, bro, you got to chill out. And, you know, I even told Colin, like, I have my regrets. I have my regrets for sure.
Yep. But that's just the person you are, you know what I mean? You're going to have that. You're going to have that in life. But that's where the growth comes in, you know? You're not dreading on it. I mentioned last episode, I just take things day by day, because if you focus too much on the past, you're just going to live with regret and agony, you know? Like, thinking about things in the past can drag you down, you know what I mean? Because most of the time you think about something in the past, it's... I don't know the statistics on this. Probably not going to look it up. But, like...
Hey, respect for the honesty.
It's mostly bad, you know what I mean? Like, when you get caught up in your thoughts and you're just like, fuck, like, I made a stupid choice, or, like, I've done something stupid that led to something stupider or some shit, you know?
Yeah, even if it was unintentional, you know, like...
Yeah, but that's just who you are, and you got to grow from those mistakes or those choices you've made, because every choice has a consequence and a and
a lesson that comes
comes with it. You know what I mean? Like, if you have one bad day, take it as a lesson to grow yourself. You know, I think I told you when recently when you were going through the stuff you were going through, I was like, yeah, bro, just like, this is one bad day. You know what I mean? Like, just take it as a lesson and never listen to what that person had to say ever again, because it's just gonna drag you down, dude, and that's just not who you are. And I mean, like, I think you're doing a great job, bro. I don't think you're looking back on it and being like, fuck, like, maybe that shit was still right or whatever, like, happened, you know?
Yeah.
So just don't focus too much on the past. Focus on who you are in the present. And
I mean, hey, that was the whole cause of my mustache. So, like, you know,
yeah.
I can't let stuff that happened half a year ago, 8 months ago, affect me like that. And like I said, I'm grateful for this guy because he's truly pulled me out of it.
Thanks, bro.
We were like pulling each other out of it. We were like, all right, pull one yard. All right, I'm dying. All right, pull me. I'm dying. Pull me again, bro. It's like
hop
we just
on each other's back and keep going, bro.
Literally, that's what would happen. And
we both carried the logs. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we did.
Each other's logs.
And you know, I saw this like video or this little clip from a movie called Meet the Robinsons the other day, and it was like the one scene where what's that guy's name? The blonde one.
The main dude.
Yeah, the main dude.
He was talking to his brother, right?
No, he was talking to the bowler hat guy, who's supposedly the kid. Or no, he's not. He is the kid.
He was his
the
brother,
roommate.
right?
The roommate.
That was his roommate.
Yeah, it was his roommate because they were orphans.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so he's like, you're busy, you know, being caught up with all this when in reality all you had to do was forget about the past and keep moving forward. And when I saw that, it really hit because I was like, my fuck ups recently have been because I haven't been able to move forward.
Yeah. And
just how the bowler hat guy fucked up in his life in that movie, I fucked up my life with certain scenarios, and it's you know, guys, it sucks because it's my fault. I'm gonna say it's my fault. I'm not gonna beat around the bush and say it's not my fault. It's my fucking fault because I decided to not move forward and I decided to beat myself up and go into my own head and forget all that self-love that I may have ever taught myself.
Yeah.
And just throw it out the window. Like, I just needed to realize, like, hey, kid, I love you and you love me.
Yeah, we're the same person.
We got to work as a team and we got to grow together. And I'm sorry that I left you, but we got this.
Yeah.
I'm never leaving you behind, and I'm sorry for ever doing that.
I think growing forward doesn't mean forgetting the past. It means learning from it, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
Obviously, there's good things in your past. You can have great memories with certain people, and obviously hold that to yourself, you know what I mean? If you ever have a great hangout with your friends, just be like, you know what, that was a great moment. I was very happy in that moment. I want to be happy like that again.
Like, live in the moment, guys. Don't think about what could happen afterwards. Don't think about, hey, this may never happen again, or I may never talk to this person again. Just live in the moment, guys. Like, really, because then you're gonna beat yourself up for not living in the moment, and then what? And then the only memory you're gonna have is you just thinking about
being sad about the past.
Yeah,
that's where it happens too. You know, like, you have great memories with. Let's say you have, like, fallout with someone. You can have great memories about them, and then, like, it'll make you sad, you know what I mean? But at the same time, people, like Frankie was saying earlier, people make their own choices, and as your own person, you gotta live with it, you know what I mean? You can't change who other people are, but you can change who you are, and how you react to things, how you treat things, how you treat yourself, and I think that's important.
Yeah.
I think that's important, man.
Facts. So, guys, you know, if you can take anything from our episode today, it's just hopefully it's just to give yourself a break every now and then.
Yeah.
You're not perfect. Life isn't perfect. You know, it's your first time living it. Enjoy it. You know, take it for what it is. Life is one big lesson. Like, shit, fucking, I'm gonna whip out a Forrest Gump quote. Life is like a box of chocolates because you never know what you're gonna get. Like, you don't know what you're gonna get. I don't know what's gonna happen tomorrow.
Damn, I never knew the meaning of it like that.
Something could happen to me tomorrow, and right now I could not even know that would happen, or tomorrow I could be like, dang, I didn't know this was gonna happen.
Greatness can come tomorrow. Greatness can come 1,000 years. Greatness could have started in your past, you know? And you just gotta carry the torch and keep moving forward in your life. Because one day you'll make it to the treasure, dude.
Exactly.
That's a Broke Boys podcast quote right there. That's a Broke Boys podcast quote.
And I'm gonna make one more movie reference. But I don't know if you've ever seen the movie Soul.
Yeah.
That shit broke me.
Dude, Disney... Wait, real quick. Low-key, I have a great idea for our next episode, but, like, Disney has such, like... what's the word, bro?
Inspirational topics.
Inspirational, like, in-depth, crazy Disney's been around for too long. But,
too long.
Continue.
But, in the movie Soul, the guy's trying to figure himself out as a person. He ends up going to the soul world or whatever, and he has to be a mentor to this person. And he doesn't want to be a mentor at first because he just wants to go back to his life. And, deep down, he's miserable and he doesn't like himself. He just doesn't like himself. He doesn't like what he's accomplished. He wishes he could do more, and he just hates that he's in an unfortunate predicament. And after being a mentor to this soul, he realized how amazing life really is, and that's what he wanted to show. I think the soul's name was 22 or something like that.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's what I'm sure Colin too, but that's what we want to do for people. We want people to know that life is beautiful, and maybe we can't be a personal mentor, but you can look at us and be like, hey, like these guys reminded me that I can be something amazing. I can be great. I can love myself because I am an amazing person. And I think at the end of the movie, they're like, what's the first thing you're going to do when you go back to your body? And he said, I'm going to live my life. Yeah. And it's crazy because obviously it's a grown dude saying this, but the real meaning behind that is like, I'm going to truly know what it's like to live my life because I love myself now. Yeah. And I know that I am who I am and nothing can change that. And I know what I can bring to the table. And I know that I can create these relationships and these bonds with people. And I can excel for the remainder of my life. And it's never too late to ever start loving yourself.
Nope.
You could be a week away from passing away, and you can still find self-love, and you could live the greatest life you can in that last week you have. Yep. The point is you got to find it within yourself to love who you are and accept who you are as a person, and just to never, ever let anyone bring you down or feel like you're not enough.
Yep. It only takes one moment.
It really does.
One moment.
It only takes one. Disney adults are going to get that reference. Anyways, guys, I think that's all we have for today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed today's episode. It's going to be real interesting because we're going to have a couple of these emotional episodes, but it's what we like to talk about.
We'll space them out for you guys.
Yeah, we'll try to space them out.
Give you some entertainment a little bit.
Yeah.
I hope we brought some today a little bit.
Yeah,
some of our discussion.
Hopefully. Our discussion like it's a whole fucking seminar, but...
No, bro, we had a discussion post. We just wrote a discussion post, bro.
Pretty much.
About self-love.
So basically, so Colin, I liked your response because...
Yeah, bro. Yeah, so...
it brought true light.
That's how I feel when I'm responding to you sometimes, bro. I'm just like, yeah, bro, I like what you said right there, bro.
But guys, I hope you guys enjoyed. If you're listening on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, make sure to add us to your favorites. Rate us 5 stars because that would really help a lot.
Thank you.
If you're watching on YouTube, what's up, guys? What's up, beautiful people?
What's up, YouTube?
Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn those post notifications on. And
hit that bell. Hit that bell in the red square rectangle.
Just that one button.
Hit that button.
Hit that button, guys. But yeah, I guess that's it, guys. Right?
Yeah, I mean, we'll be consistent. Bring you guys greatness. And
I mean, hopefully y'all can see us grow. We want to see you guys grow. Guys, we're gonna look back at this one day and be like, damn, like we really did that, like in a good way.
Yeah, we really cooked, man. Really cooked.
# forget season 1.
Forget season 1, man.
Yeah, exactly. All right, guys. Well, I totally forgot how to do the outro again, even though I did a practice round at the beginning. So I'm Colin. Man, oh my god, bro. Ain't no way, bro.
You should have just ran with it. You should have just ran with it. What's up, Colin?
What's up, bro? What's up, Frankie?
What's up, dog?
Alright. I'm sorry about that. Guys.
Our DAP was loud as shit.
Oh, that was really loud. But guys, don't forget to love yourself. I always say this at the end of my streams, but you are enough.
Self-love,
you are amazing. And I don't know you personally, but I was going to say I love you. I do love you.
Love me.
But I am proud of you, and even for eating or waking up today, getting out of bed, showering and changing, I'm proud of you for doing that.
I really am. Me too. I'm just going to carry off what he's saying. It goes for me too.
You are enough, guys. Don't forget that. I'm Frankie.
And this is Colin. Deuces. I had to wind it up.